crushes this. I mean, it'll be a little close, but I mean, the Immortals are going to rip through everything. The force fields are going to keep a lot of those lings back. And it's going to be awkward. And now we have carriers? White-Ra, what are you doing? No air upgrades, surprisingly, very surprisingly. But we're seeing a Stalker heavy force. He knows the roaches are there, so that's good. But oh, he sees everything. BBQ sees everything that's going on. And he's going to push in right now. One of the Immortals getting sniped off immediately. Fungal growth is being blanketed down everywhere. But the Immortals are doing massive damage before they finally get focused down. But the Mama Ship comes in, and with no anti-air, this is huge. Oh, but he does have detection, and it was not picked off. We're seeing everything being sucked into the vortex, but most of White-Ra's army is gone. Sad to say. It's all going to be on BBQ to see how well he can reinforce, or to see if the Zerg economy is too far weaker than the Protosses. Protoss having even economy with him makes his army just as strong. He needs to make sure he's at least a base up, and doing this is going to help him get that done. White-Ra can't really take a base right now because he knows the Zerg has a superior army and superior mobility, and mobility gives him the name of the game. He gives him the ability to decide what goes on, and that is what BBQ needs to make a comeback in this game after such a failed all-in. We see so many Hydras now coming out, and Hydras are going to do well in this composition. Immortals are barely going to do anything. Stalkers are not going to do too much. Sorry about the mic. And the carriers are just going to evaporate. And we see, yeah, Ling Hydra coming out now versus this force. And it's going to be a very powerful force to have to deal with. So we see the Stalker Immortal still being produced out, but he doesn't know yet until just in a moment. He might have caught that just now, that mostly Hydras are coming out, and he'll know he needs something like a Colossus. And if he gets that, he'll be in a very commanding lead. Zerg now, though, I forgot to mention apparently that this base got picked off, so White-Ra is continuing to deny bases for the Zerg, and that is a big thing. That could actually make this army die, just because he won't have a big enough army to deal with this. But it's going to be on White-Ra to depend whether or not he can get the detection killed off for the Zerg. If he can do that, his army will come out on top, but it's still going to be tough. White-Ra preparing for the attack by giving a nice little spread of his units, but it makes these Stalkers weak if he can only blink those back, making him do more damage. But a nice little vortex sucks up all those Hydras, and this gives White-Ra to get the surround he needs on the army, giving him a better position. Everything comes out right into the army, but White-Ra is definitely going to lose a lot here. He loses the Mama Ship, another carrier's on the way, another Mama Ship's on the way, and just now do we see a Robo-Bay on the way. So he cleans up this attack very confidently, and this odd little unit mixture is going to come out on top. We just now see air weapons level 1 coming down, as well as ground weapons level 2. So White-Ra in a very commanding lead, has his carriers, has his Stalkers, has his Immortals. More changelings on the way. Gonna see if they're able to fool White-Ra. Oh, doesn't look like it. Will he notice that? Oh, gets one. Gets two. He should know because he has no zealots. None whatsoever. But the carriers are gonna go over and pick off the fourth, and that is huge. Yes, he may have the creep to run back, but that'll give White-Ra superior positioning on the map. Another piece of detection getting picked off, though, so when that Mama Ship comes back, that'll be even stronger. And the carriers are going to destroy this. All of the Corruptors are running back now at high speed. Or not. He's just going to sack it. He's going to go for it while the carriers are away. This will put everything on White-Ra to see if he can hold. For some reason, he's pushing up over here. The Colossus, though, is in a very bad position, but he micros it back just in time, and BBQ doesn't push the issue. One force field going down to see what BBQ will do about it. Nothing much, but the Colossus is doing so much damage, as well as the incoming carriers. And he's going to mop this attack up, and that's GG by BBQ. Can White-Ra make a comeback? Can he do it? We'll have to see. in game number 6 coming up right after this. And as I always say, GG, WP, see you in the next game.